You can keep teasing her, but you want to start to subtly find ways to bring her back. Okay? Enough. You did 3 push-aways already. That's enough. You're in trouble. I'm not sure about you. This is why you and I would definitely not get along, or we could never date. I think you said like maybe even 4, right? So a bunch. You've disqualified a lot. You need to start letting her win it back. You can't just keep pushing her like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. We won't work. It's bad news, no good, no good. Bad news, mayday, mayday, red alert, police. What's your number? The purpose of all of it is to connect, right? What does the chody guy do? The chody guy goes in and walks in and just tries to connect right away to all these girls that don't want to connect with him, right? Well, the gamer, the guy who's good at game, whatever, goes in and creates tension so the girl wants to connect and then connects with her, right? But the guy who creates the tension and then doesn't connect is worse than the chody guy, because at least he's connecting with the girls that inherently like him and want to connect with him, right? Because the purpose of all that stuff was to connect. As soon as she's reacting to your tease, as soon as she's like asking you questions, that kind of stuff, like once the girl asks you a question, especially if you've already teased her and made it man to woman, she's like, okay, now I can connect now, right? And you keep teasing a little bit, but you're going to start connecting more. You'll start giving more positives than negatives. So at the start, it's more negatives than positives, and then there's a tipping point where it's more positives than negatives. The more you've said we won't work, at some point you need to find out, oh, you know what, you actually aren't so bad. Oh, you know what, you actually could be okay. Oh, you know what, we actually might work. Make sense? Yeah. So it actually is good game to push them away and then bring them back, as opposed to like just keep them in the middle the whole time. But when you push them away, you have to bring them back, otherwise it doesn't make sense. I hate you, you're terrible, I hate you, we'd never get along. What's your number? Let's hang out. So build the tension and then find a way, problem solve for the number to make sense. Right? I'm happy all the time, I don't believe you, right? Again, push away, happy all the time. You know what, that's actually kind of cool. Like most people that are, as bad news as you aren't, so maybe you're only like 80% bad news. Let her win you back over, okay? So great, this is amazing. And now listen, how many times have you pushed away already?
Twice or 3 times.
2 or 3 times, really great. Awesome, great start of the set, right? You're building the tension, you're getting the hook, okay? You can maybe push away one more time or maybe like lightly, whatever, but you want to start to gradually give some back. So even if you continue to push, make sure your pushes are mostly negative with a little positive, as opposed to disqualify. How about some push-pull so there's a positive with your negative? And then eventually ones where there's more positive than negative, right? So that's the metaphor you need to have. Again, simplest model of game. First 5 minutes I disagree with her, then I start agreeing. Yeah. For you, first 3 minutes I push her away a lot, and then I start to gradually push her away less and start to gradually bring her in. When they start asking you questions, it's okay to start, here, if you need a metric, because you're very algorithmic, right? Yeah. Once they start asking you questions, then that means they're hooked enough to care about connection. So then you can start connecting, if that helps.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so pushing away, they start asking you questions, they start opening up, then that's when it's time to start more comfort, right? Now, you don't go completely. It's not like all push away and now all comfort. Keep teasing a little bit, but you tease less and more comfort. The ratio shifts more towards comfort, okay? Overall, it's fine. The opening part's fine. The biggest thing, we talked about the pauses at the start. We talked about that. We talked throughout the program about being more playful and all those kind of things. But the biggest thing I see in here is in your good sets, you're just not bothering to connect. You're like, you found this thing that works, right? This thing that gets a reaction at the start of the set. And because you got used to doing it, you're just doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and not realizing when you're past that phase in the interaction. That's the absolute biggest thing. You need to let them connect.